Tariffs are all the talk of economists, business people, and everyday average Joes like you and I nowadays. With prices increasing, how have tariff talks and actions been affecting our local small businesses? Here to discuss that and more is June Eaton, the owner of My Dream Dress Bridal Salon in West Bloomfield. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Tyler.
Happy to have you on to talk about this because it really is something that I think might be slipping through the cracks as we think so much about how our individual pocketbooks are affected going to the grocery store, paying our bills every month. Those small businesses that really are the drivers of our community, their products that they're selling, a lot of those are being made with products from all over the country and all over the world. For you personally at your business, how have these tariffs and the recent economic times been affecting the ability for you to run your operation?
Sure, yeah. We are having to pivot and brace ourselves for the impact to come. And when you plan for your first quarter and fourth quarter of 2024, if you don't foresee that coming, you've already planned for what you're doing and what you expect to do, what revenue you expect to get in based on your numbers from previous sales and years. And so with this additional impact, logistically, with the supply chain and all of that impacting, you just don't know what's going to happen because it's the uncertainty with all of the talk about it going up, it's impacted, and how soon it will go in effect for you. And we're seeing that now, even with our foreign trades. We're seeing that now as they're preparing for what they need to do on their end. And so we have to prepare on our end.
And after 20 years of serving brides and families close to home here in West Bloomfield and across Oakland County, you will be ultimately closing your business. And there's a number of factors that ultimately go into that. But before we get more into the economics of how that all came to be, for you personally, what has it meant to you to be able to serve a community like this and really all throughout Oakland County for these past 20 years?
Oh, amazing. The community has been a very wonderful support from all over. We get brides from Indiana. We get brides from Ohio. We get brides from far north to from the Petoskey area, Grand Rapids. So we're very proud about that and excited of all of the support that's been supporting us over the years. So we're, it's it's a happy medium, but it's kind of a spot in us where we're gonna miss what we do, but love to move on.
You're not going entirely away just yet. For now, you're taking more of those just custom orders at this point in time. So give us the status of your business right now. If people are looking for that perfect wedding dress or for another occasion and they want to go shop local and help somebody that's been serving our community for 2 decades.
Sure, yeah. We're actually going to be transitioning, like I said, into more concentrated on more local custom designs for individuals who want that different, and trying to keep them from shopping online and getting something that they don't know that they're going to get. So a little bit more, we're very hands-on, but a little bit more hands-on with each individual person. So it's not a walk-in off the street. It's appointments. It's making sure that we have captured your vision and moving forward from there.
Like you talk to any couple-to-be that's planning a wedding, the price range of all the different services that go into putting a wedding together, especially the attire, play a big role in that. And with the current economic times having such a wide-ranging impact on the price of goods, and as you mentioned earlier on, the supply chain, how have you had to adjust in partnership with your clients to move forward on their needs with these custom wares, in spite of everything that's going on economically impacting the supply chains and impacting the materials that you need to make these custom dresses?
Sure, yeah. Time, right? Making
Yeah.
sure we're planning properly. You sure can't come to me a week before.
No, no.
Get it? We want to make sure you plan. Normally, people know their events way ahead of time, so proper planning goes well with everything. It reduces the stress that you have of making sure that what you're going to get works for you. So, proper planning is what we say. Plan ahead. Um, Set your budget and have your budget expectation after you do your consultation. I always encourage people to do the consultation first to make sure that they understand what they're asking for and what the cost is going to be. And we would be able to project the delivery of that based on that consultation.
We're joined by June Eaton, the owner of My Dream Dress Bridal Salon in West Bloomfield, on today's edition of The Splash Live. More information on their ongoing services and their location on Northwestern Highway in West Bloomfield can be found on mydreamdressbridalsalon.com. And June, your business has been running for 20 years. You've gone through economic hardships before and tough economic times. So you have some experience with that, but we have a wide range of small businesses in the greater West Bloomfield community and a wide range of small business owners. For those that are navigating these tough economic times, these really challenging economic times, what advice do you have for them in working to navigate their needs, growing their business, but also the uncertainty that's ongoing and more to come ahead?
Sure, yeah, no, proper planning. Make sure you don't bite off more than you can chew, and setting proper expectations for your clients. And a part of that is reducing your stress, right? A lot of times, small business owners, we get stressed about, are we going to get our stuff in time? Making sure you take a clear inventory of what you have on hand, utilizing what you have on hand and maximizing that to the fullest of your potential. If you have to reduce prices or increase prices, do it strategically. Don't just throw a number out there because you think that's what you need. Make sure you understand how that number factors in to your end number or to the end game. So proper planning, ensuring that you have, you know how and when to pivot and what is your bread and butter, I always call it. What is your bread and butter product? And make sure you stock that product so that your consumers will always know that that's available to them.
June, inflation has played a huge factor in the economic hardships of the past several months and those that are ongoing as we speak. The discussion on the tariffs being enacted on other nations and then pulled away and then reenacted also is at bay. And ultimately, leadership at both the local, state, and federal level are all working at the economics of this, from a small business owner to our leadership, from the closest level to the furthest level in Washington, D.C. What message do you have for them as they're making tough decisions to further benefit our economy, hopefully in the future, but keeping in mind how those decisions now affect our small businesses now and going forward?
Well, my first thing would be stop playing games, right? So,
Fair enough.
I mean, and that's just from the where we are. It's like make sure you understand why we voted you in, if we voted you in, but make sure you understand that it's more than just the round table with the 12 or 10 people that you're sitting there talking. You're talking about small business owners who run our country, who they're on the backbones of the country, right? So we're making sure that their families are safe, sound, and secure, and they're not having to stress and worry because coupled with that, running a business, you still have to maintain your family and your household. And for small business owners, the likelihood of them entering into the workforce is probably scarce, right? Because they're overqualified. So then they don't fit into the realm of that office job or whatever. So it's just a matter of really rolling back and thinking, who am I fighting for? And who am I fighting for?
June Eaton is with us from My Dream Dress Bridal Salon in West Bloomfield as we discuss tariffs, inflation, and how they are affecting our small businesses right here in Greater West Bloomfield. June, whether it's during these economic times or during Small Business Appreciation Month or all throughout the year, the holidays especially, we hear support local, support local, support local. For someone like you that's been running a small business in our community for 20 years, what does that really mean to you? How special is it when you see someone that comes in that says, yeah, I live in the township or I live in the local community and I need a wedding dress and I'm going to a business right here in my community? For our local small business owners, just how meaningful is that to you? How special is it to have those kinds of customers walk through your door?
Absolutely, yeah. Very, very dear to us, right? Because we went to that particular building and leased that space or purchased that building because we knew we wanted to support our community. We knew we had a product that would be beneficial to the community, and you did not have to go far. You were going to get something quality. And so it means a lot for you. When people come in, we always ask them, how'd you hear about us? What area are you in? And when they say, hey, we're right up the street, that means so much because they've noticed us and they've taken a chance to come in and give it a try. So regardless if it's my local small business or someone else's that's a competitor of mine, I'm always encouraging people to shop locally.
And lastly, we know that you've been running your business for 20 years. You're transitioning into a little bit of a different business model now going forward with those custom pieces. But as you reflect on those 20 years, as you transition to that work, what has the response been like from the community? And more importantly, what will you remember about your time serving Greater West Bloomfield and the local area with your business?
Yeah, that we walked several brides down the aisles. My clients have, they're sad that, we're not going to be in that realm that we were, but yet we'll still be around.
And that's the most important thing. They will still be here, still be around. You can still find them right here in Greater West Bloomfield, Northwestern Highway in West Bloomfield Township, and online, MyDreamDressBridalSalon.com. June Eaton, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Tyler.